Bah, bah. Bah, bah. First of all, why am I look? I feel like it don't matter because last week we was looking a little lost, but today we looking better. Welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Is y'all good? Is y'all straight? Is y'all straight? Is y'all good? That's all that matters. Is y'all good? Is y'all straight? Is y'all straight? Is y'all good? I'm just grateful that you guys are here. Like, let's just start there. The gratefulness is through the roof. And for that, we're grateful that I'm grateful that you. Okay, y'all know. Welcome to another episode of One Billion Brave. We're on episode 21. My God, today. That's 21. We are on episode 21. We in it to win it at this point. Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. All right, let's get into the house rules. House rules: no profanity. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut. We don't do that. We ain't got time. We ain't got time to be doing no extra words, extra what? We're about to use all the words in the dictionary. You feel me? Also, no bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. Why? Because from one blood, he made all the nations. So all y'all invited to the barbecue. Everybody. And tell him I sent you. Who gonna shake for me? Exactly. Who? Cause who? Anybody gonna shake for me? Also, in addition to Missy, wait for it. Missy, wait for it. Wait for it, mother. Wait for it. Wait for it. Also, in addition to one of the most not, we got a doctor in the house. We got a doctor in the house. We just made it. We on another level. I'm on a new level. I want to. Hi, Yang Yang. I love you. Missy, I love you too. Also, in addition to, furthermore, thus and so, we talk about Jesus Christ. Need I say more? Jesus Christ is better. Y'all know. Jesus Christ is better than white rice bars. Domo, you killing the game already. It don't even make no doggone sense. You gotta chill. Or take a chill pill. Okay. I mean, it just makes sense. Like, he's a king. Gabe, Gabe, because you don't want it. You don't want it. I'm already there. And that's on period. All I gotta say is get your little have a little talk with Jesus, tell him about your troubles. You're welcome. Also, this show is called One Being. I am using my hands a lot, okay? You know, when you be hanging around certain people, they start rubbing up on you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Also, this show is called One Being Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability and or medical condition. Old heads. Y'all know. Newcomers, catch on quick. Get you one of us in your circle. But don't get you me though. I'm booked to capacity bars again. But get you one of us in your circle. We top tier. The tier keeps topping every episode, and it just got even higher because my guest is already dope. So the bar just, I mean, when I say skyrocket team, a bling bling bars. Period. That's one that's in my circle right there. She said it. So sorry, I'm taking. But you have 6 years of my guests that you could choose from because they all top tier. And then I'm about to add another one to the plate because this guest is about to be dope again. So, I mean, winner, chicken dinner. You feel me? Also, this is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests with disabilities and or medical conditions. Lady O. We're switching it up a little bit. Kind of, but not really, but a little bit. Lady O. And for real, like Lady O and Mother Ava DuVernay, y'all two, come to the front, please. Please come to the front. Cause we gotta chit chat, a rat tat tat. We gotta talk. Like we gotta chop it up one time for the one time. Lady O is getting hot in the mug. We about to go to your Garden of Eden and chop it up. Tea and crumpets. I don't know what crumpets are. I'm not even sure if I'm allergic to it. But can we be on a safe side and just have some croissants? Plain. Or get Dr. Nayani Johnson's granola? I'm good with that too. You feel me? We ain't even gotta worry about the food. I'm a snack person anyway, so it don't even matter. You feel me? After I see you, it's gonna be time to get our locks and our lockapella. So we then gonna go to lockapella either in Fontana or on Melrose and get our locks done. I'm in chair 1, she's in chair 2. What it do, baby boo? I mean, in my head it makes sense. So when it happens, thinking not strange. Just go with it. Be like, Domo said it. I did. And I'm gonna keep on saying it until it happens. You feel me? Alright, so as you guys know, this season we do things a little different. Well, we're adding. Yeah, we're not doing things a little different. We're adding to the show. And the girl, what are you trying? Get it out. Cause, huh? Why are you stuttering? Act like you don't know how to talk. This season, we're adding a segment to the show, and the segment is we are acknowledging, paying homage to, showing love and spreading love to the awareness ribbons. Here is the thing, and a lot of people don't know this. There is more than breast cancer awareness. Chat. There's so much more. And on this show, we about to use him. We about to acknowledge all them Johns. Like, it's way more. So, okay, can you please share with us the ribbon for this month? Okay. The ribbon for July is sarcoma, cancer. This ribbon is for sarcoma cancer. What's the color, Domo? I'm glad you asked. Yellow. And it's not mellow yellow, it's yellow. Big fellow. Bars. Bars. The color is yellow. Big fella. What? For those that have sarcoma, dealing with sarcoma cancer in it, have overcome it, we acknowledge you, we appreciate you, and we want to show and pay homage to you because the fight is not easy, but we're here. We're here and we appreciate you. Thank you for being strong. All right, so real quick, Missy already said it, but before we do anything, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. I mean, no matter how hard it gets, we have not finished yet. It's so much of life ahead. We got so much to do. Baby shark, do. Huh? Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Man down by the river side. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Down by the riverside with the hanky panky. And the boys fall down. Or when it all falls down. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Or when it all falls down. My God, today. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. No matter how hard it gets, we have not finished yet. It's so much of life ahead. We have so much to do. Baby shark, do. Do you know the Muffin Man? Man down, Riverside, California. In the city, silly of Compton. Come on. I don't care what nobody say. Five heartbeats. And that's on period. Thank you for your time. Like, thank you for your time. I want to shout out my cousin, Chantel, because this is our favorite movie, The Five Heartbeats. We know it by heart. You hear me? We know it by heart. Heart beats five. Five is the number of grace. Ciao. And it all full circle. Full circle. Round and round we go. My God. When I saw this, I said, five. Give me five, please. Thank you. All right, so, and they are right now. Gabe, don't you be talking mess behind the scenes with a gangster what? Lean with it, rock with it. As you can tell, I have a lot of songs in my head because I literally just spit out so many songs. Ciao. Why do you have so many songs in your head? All right, so that you have so much to do, baby shark to do. That was clever. Did you see how I typed that in? I'm gonna do it again for the people in the back. No matter how hard it gets, we have not finished yet. It's so much of life ahead. You got so much to do, baby shark. Do. Do you know the Muppet Man? Man down. Down by the riverside. Riverside, California. California knows how to party. Party in the USA. Hey, baby. Baby. Oh, like baby. No. No. When you say yeah. Yes to his will. It all comes back. That's all I'm saying. It all comes back to the king with the five heartbeats. All right, so that's my spiel. I'm singing to it. Just want to pay homage to a group that doesn't even exist, but I don't care. It exists in my head. And that's all that matters. All right, so my next guest, I am very grateful that, first of all, let me tell you this. Living with a disability slash medical condition is not easy. Let's have that disclaimer. Let's put that on the top. And sometimes we just have our days. We don't know what life be looking like. So I am extremely grateful for my guest. That because right now she had an episode, and I get it, but she still stuck to her word and still decided and still wanted to be on the show. So for that, I am forever grateful. With that being said, I need you guys to show love to her. Don't be having her out here looking like don't don't do it. I will fight everybody on their kneecaps. I will hit everybody with my walker on their kneecaps, okay? Don't you y'all better show her love. Enough's enough. All right. Without further ado, Miss and she has my aunt's name. So that's how you even know she's even more dumb. Miss Deborah, can you please grace the stage, please? Hey girl.
Well, first of all, so you get the walker, and I have the power assist chair. So we'll just knock him down.
That's it.
I'll run him over. We got it going.
We got it going. You take the top and I take the bottom. That's how it
I
goes.
mean, they'll just be the
Teamwork.
object that stops me in motion, and I always tell my children not to be the object that stops me in motion.
Don't do it. Just go
So
and shimmy out the way.
yeah, I mean, my children will admit I have caught them on their ankles more than once, but it is their fault for stopping.
It's out of yeah, it's out of love, but they need to be careful. It's not you, it's them. They
It
need
is.
to be careful.
Well, I run over my own feet with my with my scooter in college when I was trying to move it. So I get it, but Yeah, it's their own fault. It
And
absolutely is.
that's on period. Thank you again so much for gracing the stage. I definitely
My
appreciate it.
pleasure.
I don't take it lightly. Okay, so let's get into it. So, Miss Hippie Abuela, hey girl, how you doing?
She's a
Welcome to the
good
show.
friend of mine.
Thank you for gracing the stage. Or well, you kind of gracing the stage, but thank you for your comment. Okay, we appreciate you. All right, so let's get into it. Can you tell us where you're from and the name of your disability or medical condition?
Well, I am from San Diego, California, so I am
Whoop, whoop.
near you. I am a native New Yorker, and as for my medical conditions, I have quite a few. I'm a card-carrying rare disease patient, so I have multiple rare diseases, and I have probably about 20 plus diagnoses. So we'll just go with the name. Yes, I'm a fun patient for my doctors when they walk in. It's like a stack, and then
Right, because we don't know which one. Which one we gonna talk about today?
they don't, and half the time they mingle, and there's a lot of crossovers in the Venn diagram, so they really don't know what to do with me. So I like to say I am here to create challenges for my medical teams and all that work with me, as well as bring humor to the stage. But
Right. Okay. So can we talk about
the
man?
biggest ones, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to discredit any of
No, no,
them.
no, they're all valuable, and I will highlight that amongst all of this, I do actually have severe chronic pain from other disorders, so I've been dealing with severe chronic pain since I was 13. But the main disorders is myasthenia gravis, and I'm gonna put it in the chat because that's one of hard. If anybody wants to see this, I'll put it in the back channel because it took me like years to figure out how to pronounce myasthenia gravis and nonetheless spell it, and it took even longer to teach my voice dictation how to spell
Ooh,
it.
okay, say it again.
Myasthenia gravis, and
Myasthenia
it
gravis.
means grave muscular weakness in Latin. And what it is it's a disease where it's autoimmune condition first of all, and then the receptors from the brain to the muscles are intercepted. It's being intercepted by my immune system. So I'm actually, I imagine little Schoolhouse Rock, the little people moving around, like attacking my little messages from the brain to the muscles, and it actually causes it causes severe muscular weakness throughout the body. It impacts both of my limbs and impacts today. It's impacting my eyes. It also impacts my breathing ability and even swallowing. Like last week, I was choking on, out of all things, I was choking on plain vanilla ice cream. Like nothing in it, just plain vanilla ice cream. My poor husband's like, I
Really?
can't trust you with anything.
So does it like close your esophagus?
It does, and it makes the muscle. What it does is make the muscles weak. So the tongue being able to swallow or my jaws being able to chew can be intercepted. So I've choked on saliva before. I had a major episode when I'm paralyzed from the neck down, and I started crying and freaking out, and I felt like I couldn't swallow. I saw crying, and all the fluids are building up in my throat. So I'm like, okay, mindfulness practice, can't cry because that makes it worse.
Wow.
So yeah, it can be very challenging. There are a lot of people that end up on can end up on a ventilator, like if they get an infection or if they get like when there are people getting COVID, they could get a flu, anything like that. They can end up on a ventilator. I'm looking at getting another extensive surgery, or I'm fused from C1 to T2. They're looking at fusing me from T12 to my pelvic, but it's based on what anesthesiology says because I can wake up on a ventilator for life. So
Right.
it impacts like every
So
aspect
many other
of life.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so can we start from the beginning? Because I wanna see how you got to where you are. So
One
how
of
did
the
you
other
even
ones
find
that I
out?
wanted to mention was Ehlers-Danlos. It's a connective tissue disease and become hypermobile, and everything extends and doesn't tighten any connective tissue. So it impacts all of my joints, my bladder, my heart, my every joint, and even my eyes and ability to breathe as well.
Man. So how did you even find out? Like, did you have any symptoms? Did you feel kind of different?
So
Like,
Ehlers-Danlos is the disease that took me 15 years to get diagnosed, and I had my first injury in track and field in seventh grade. So prior to seventh grade, I was very active. I mean, I hiked the Grand Canyon when I was 10, Bryce Line and Canyon, did all those. Yeah. So I actually hiked to the bottom of the Grand Canyon when I was 10 with my dad, and it was 24 miles hike. And I just was a 10-year-old. So I expected a full life of fully being active. But in seventh grade, I had a turn in the activity. I still had my dreams for political spaces and running for president of the United States and things like that, which we'll talk about when that changed. But I had landed in doing the triple jump. I thank you, honey. That's my friend Magdalena putting that information in there.
Thank you.
I had been doing the triple jump. I landed in the pit. My legs went backwards, hyperextended them, and I dislocated them at the same time. Yeah, it was painful. I had a person who watched that, seen that happen, and still remembers to this day what it looked like. And I had been on crutches from that day forward. They didn't start doing knee surgery until I was a freshman in high school. And at that point, they should have known something wasn't too kosher. Because normally after surgery, when you have a surgery, your body forms like a natural cast and you don't have range of motion. I had full range of motion, which I knew wasn't too kosher, but okay, it was laparoscopy, maybe, okay. But the following year, I had full open knee surgery where they took the bone of my tendon, cut it off, moved it over an inch, screwed it down, and I knew range of motion was not supposed to be there. After being in physical therapy, seeing people using their full body weight to bend people's legs after surgery, I knew that was way not okay. The nurse freaked out. The doctor's like, "Oh, cool, you got flexibility," and that was kind of the downfall because after being onto crutches and having probably had four knee surgeries, I still wasn't diagnosed. So me being an active person and my daughter of a teacher who's a coach and my dad's a teacher and is a retired teacher and coach. My mom's a retired nurse. I still tried to be physically active. So in college, I was trying to be on the wheelchair basketball team, and I destroyed what was left of my limbs and use of my hands very quickly, not knowing what was wrong. Eventually, someone told me, "Oh, you might have this disease," and my dad had been saving money, so we did have the privilege of going to Johns Hopkins and ended up being the gentleman who diagnosed me. Dr. McCusick was the grandfather of medical genetics. So I would carry his letter with me to doctors so they would believe me. And I would literally say, "You can't say you don't have this disorder because this doctor is the guy who is the guy." And then they
Mm-hmm.
see the letter and they're like, "Oh, okay." But for the myasthenia gravis and the POTS, the diagnoses were longer, I mean, shorter. But the myasthenia gravis, I woke up after my first neck surgery with severe autonomic responses to things around me. And I woke up feeling like I had 1,000 pounds of weight on me. But of course, I wasn't listened to when I was explaining that there was a problem. And it was being blamed on the surgery and the medications. And having been on medications since I was 13 for pain management, I knew it wasn't right. But I wasn't acknowledged with what I was saying until 4 years later when I woke up 3 months before my wedding renewal ceremony, which was actually a real wedding ceremony. My whole face looked like I had a stroke overnight. My whole eye was drooping, my mouth was drooping, and something I knew something was severely wrong. And when I went into the doctor, I took pictures and I went to the doctor. He's like, "Oh, well, you might have this disorder called myasthenia gravis, but I really wasn't looking for that disease in you these past few years because I wasn't looking for anything rare." And I'm looking at the dude going, "I have Ehlers-Danlos and complex facial pain syndrome, which are both rare. And when you have one rare disease, you're more likely to have another rare disease. So you're not my doctor anymore."
That's what you should be focusing on. Everything that's rare.
I'm looking and going, "Okay, I need to see different." I did say to him, "I'll be honest. I walked out of the wheeled out of that room at that moment because I knew I would not have a professional response to the doctor, and my native New Yorker was going to come out, and that was not going to be polite." So
Cause
I
y'all New Yorkers go in, okay?
and I've also been to law school. So between being a native New Yorker and having gone to law school, um,
The
I was kind of
verbiage.
absorbed
The,
completing the law degree, which is a whole nother story. But
the verbiage.
I would, that argument. Apparently, I am very argumentative. I could be very argumentative, even when I'm thinking I'm being nice. But I did go to law school, and I am a native New Yorker from Long Island, so they combine. So I knew it was best to leave the office and ask for another doctor. And I did go see somebody else who started treating me, and he's like, "Yeah, you've had this at least 4 years." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, because that's what I woke up with from the surgery, and that about checks." So yeah.
Man. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. So like when you started feeling the ton on you and you started feeling like just all these different changes, what were you married at that time?
I was married. I have been with my husband since 1995. We've been married for the past 19 years. We have two kids together, and he is my college sweetheart who has been with me through being on. When he met me, I was on electric scooter for distances, uh, and I had crutches, and I had still full dreams of being a civil rights attorney, being a representative in Congress, and the dream of running for president of the United States. So I
Oh, you
am
had
very
dreams.
different. I am very different than the woman he married. And there was at one point when I did give back the engagement ring when my pain management was being managed and I was vomiting 10, 20 times a day. And I just couldn't even get out of bed. And I'm like, dude, I am not the woman that you got engaged to and everything. But he still came out to California with me to get me started in law school to make sure I got started off. And I trapped him. He stayed here with me.
Wow. I mean that well that says a lot for who you are as a person because he didn't care about the issues. He saw you. But that also says about his integrity as a man too. He gonna love you through it.
Absolutely. I mean, he
That
stayed
I
here.
so I definitely appreciate that. That says a lot. And that also gives hope for people that do deal with medical conditions and disabilities that there are people out there that will love you despite what you're dealing with and that's gonna still rock with you.
I'll
Well,
say
they don't
too,
care.
when I've asked him about those things, because it is very impressive, especially for a woman to have a spouse or a significant other to stay with them.
Right.
We're much more likely to, I think back when I was in college and I was studying it, 80% of women were unlikely to have a spouse stay with them when it was much higher opposite percentage for men. And I hope those statistics have changed.
Mhm.
But one of the things that I can suggest to people, and this is something that my husband has said has helped him tremendously and over the years with staying with me is the um, positivity of my own self, and not just my resilience of popping up again and redefining what success means to me at that moment and finding purpose and moving forward, but it's been my personality of remaining positive. And there have been moments when I haven't been positive, moments of wondering, like, what is my future going to look like, especially when I was having these episodes of paralysis and waiting for my last neck surgery and not knowing, you know, were we going to survive, were we going to survive the surgery
Right.
and things like that. But for the most part, I'm a total goofball, total sarcastic person. I mean, I have like IV fluids and IV treatments and these things and that things. And traveling with me is insane. We probably had 4 bags of stuff for a 2-day vacation. So a friend of mine had taken me on, like, took care of me when my family went on a trip to a scouting event, and I wasn't able to go because of my health condition. She went to pick me up, and the whole back of her van was filled with my medical stuff. So, girl, I do not travel light, and as
At
he would
all.
say, I am the definition of high upkeep because of my medical expenses that we have to pay, and the medical expenses the insurance has to pay. So, my best thing to say about all of it is to have humor with it, to make a
Yeah.
joke out of it, to make it lighter, to make it more attainable so that people aren't being shocked by all the negative. They can see some of that positive. And I mean, that works with my kids too. I have a 19-year-old and a 15-year-old, and we make jokes out of everything, whether it's my bladder incontinence to me not able to get the food right or me choking, whatever it is, we lighten the moment and it makes it easier to digest. And it also makes it easier to digest for the general public when you can talk about it with humor and not disdain. Like when I talk about multiple near death experience.
Yeah. I definitely agree because I live with a disability too, so I always try to find because one just having a talking about it is so like it's very like scarce to the normal to the average or to the normal person, right? Well, it's not normal. Ain't nobody normal to the average person. It's kind of like scared to say this because we don't they don't know they don't want to offend. They're like they don't want to ask. They don't want to. So it is very important how you carry yourself and how you present yourself because you make it not only light for you you make it light for others, and other people want to be around you. And they might want to be around people that complain and just moping and cry. Go, go on. I want you to enjoy being around me. I want you to enjoy it. And I feel like with who you are as a person, I think people enjoy being around you. So they don't they don't define you for your medical conditions. You're a person.
I have to add to that when kids ask me what's happened to you or what's wrong with you, and they ask me all the time, and I'm a Boy Scout leader, so I'm used to working with kids and so forth. My natural response is I'm a decommissioned cyborg. I do have a ton of metal inside of me, so and a machines, the multiple machines. So I just say I'm a decommissioned cyborg, and the kids may not understand, but the poor parents who are standing there with this look of shock on their face, like totally softened and relaxed. I'm like, yeah, I'm just decommissioned cyborg. Okay, let's talk about it now. And I get asked
Okay, cuz wait, what?
stuff. Yeah, the kids will.
So
Yeah,
how does like how do you deal with, okay, let me ask it this way. So did one medical, like if you're dealing with one medical condition, does it trigger something else?
absolutely. So this yesterday I had a POTS episode, multiple POTS episodes, and my blood pressure dropped really low, and I was near fainting, and that triggered my myasthenia gravis. So my POTS was causing low blood pressure and a blurred vision. And my POTS started in double vision, and my muscular weakness started to the point where I couldn't stand. And then I crawled into bed, and then the other one triggered. It was back and forth bouncing, and it's still bouncing together today. It's 2 days, almost 48 hours later, and I'm still having double vision. I was trying desperately to fix a website for one of the yoga program that I'm a co-leader for, and I realized today that I didn't properly the letters up for the phone. So I'm trying to like look at the Wix website, trying to make it as enlarged as I could to fix it. I'm like, no, 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 I gotta fix this before I rest. We launched the website already. So I'm like trying to read it, but the language is all blurred out. But fortunately, I knew where some of the keys were. So it is definitely a trigger to each other, but
Yeah.
also the myasthenia caused, and I've had this, I've asked a number of people with myasthenia this, they have also said that it has enhanced challenges with their other disabilities. So it's enhanced the symptoms of Ehlers-Danlos as well as my POTS. And some of them have layers where there's like a Venn diagram where they coexist with similar symptoms, but they all kind of unfortunately trigger each other. So I'm always, somebody said nobody's normal, and thank you. I'm going to mispronounce her name, Neoni.
Nayani.
I was going to highlight that before. I'm going to take a break to recognize that because it is taking me years and I'm still practicing of saying normal people because nobody is normal. And I'm still practicing that every once in a while. It's like a normal
Me
person.
too.
And I'm trying to also practice saying wheeling instead of walking because people are like, you're not wheeling, you're not walking, you're wheeling. But
I get it.
I
It's
did want to,
hard.
yeah, I did want to highlight normal because we have vocabulary in our brains that has
Yes.
been ingrained since we were infants. The word normal. And, as a person who works with kids with special needs, especially on the neurodivergent space, right, using that word normal makes somebody who thinks differently or perceives differently or learns differently as not normal. And
Right.
so that word has been a word that I've been working with. So I
Yeah.
glad that you
Very
highlighted.
true.
So
I'm the same way. I gotta. I try to change. I mean, because we have an alternate lifestyle. People that have disabilities have alternate lifestyles. So our normal is our normal, but it looks so different from the normal. So yeah, but I get it though. I definitely do get it. I do want to ask though. So I keep hearing you adding more things to your plate. Like you a yoga teacher, you a this, you doing like 47 things. How?
because I'm stubborn. I don't know. I'm also a nonprofit leader. So actually, Magdalena, who's been posting in there,
Because
she's
I'm
part of my
stubborn.
nonprofit team. So we've created a nonprofit to empower people with disabilities. So I am very stubborn. I'm also high energy. So even when I'm crashing, I'm always wanting to do something. So even when I'm in bed, I have to do, and this is my ADHD thing. I have to do something. So I'm
I
also
like
a
you.
visual artist. So I have to create.
Hi.
So I don't think you can see this, but this is my little crafting
Oh
corner in
my.
the bedroom because I can't get to my office right now. So that's only a tiny portion of it. This whole wall is filled with crafting supplies. My husband likes to say three-fourths of the house is my crafting supplies, and he's not probably not exactly wrong. But there's a big portion of my medical supplies too. So, and then there's a tiny segment left over for my children and husband. But they're
Just yeah,
gamers.
just yeah, you get a corner piece.
They got their rooms, and that's that's about it.
I love it though. I love how motivated you are. I love how inspirational you are. Like I appreciate that because I'm like that too. And I get like when people ask, "How are you like doing all this stuff with all yourself?" And I just be like, because I can't just sit down and do nothing. That's boring. Like
Right.
I have so much life to live, even though I'm dealing with, and you too. Even if this is a testament to both of us and so many others. Even though we're dealing with our issues, we're dealing with our medical conditions. We have so much life to live.
Well, and that's one of the things that we work with Victorious is that we want to empower people to find purpose in their lives,
Yeah,
right? If you don't have a reason to get out of bed, it makes it that much harder, right? And one of our long-term goals, and we started with a creative circle, but one of the long-term goals is to create creative kits for people to give them to people that are homebound, teach them a mindfulness practice, but not just receive, to encourage creating the card or something for their caregivers or their or just to donate to somebody like cards for warriors, like gift cards to other people with disabilities, to give a purpose or a mission to do something. And we talk, and I
yeah,
said finding success before, that process of learning how to redefine what success means in line with the disabilities. So
yeah,
when I wrote my first chapter in a collaborative book in absolute will, yeah, I wrote in two collaborative books, but in absolute will, I wrote about the diagnosis of myasthenia gravis, the impact that it had on us, the how hard it hit us, but also how hard it hit my children, especially my older child, who at the time, began to lose faith in a higher power of being because in his mindset,
mm,
and this was right before his bar mitzvah, so it was key words timing. His mindset was God wouldn't do this to somebody who is dedicating all their life to service. And at that point,
mm,
I wasn't able to work, but I was volunteering to school on a regular basis, running after school programs. I was a part-time, full-time volunteer with Scouts. So I was constantly on the go doing these programs. And his mindset, how could this happen? And, as I was writing that chapter, I realized I may not be in the path that I had planned for of a political office, but I am on a path adjacent, right? I'm still in advocacy. I'm still in legislative advocacy. I am still empowering people who thank you. I am still empowering people to live life to the fullest of their ability. And it's something that is powerful in itself. And it's something I didn't even realize how powerful it was until the night before the surgery that I had last August that I didn't know if I'd necessarily wake up from. I had two doctors tell me I wouldn't survive it, one being from the Cleveland Clinic. So that was a little scary, just to say. They refused to take me as a patient. So
wow,
that was a little disconcerting. And okay, that was a lot disconcerting, to be fair.
right,
Like, if a Cleveland Clinic doctor doesn't want to take me, and they're pretty high up there in specialties, and I went to a Cleveland Clinic that was a specialty in Ehlers-Danlos, I was like, oh, that's a little scary. So it was a very fearful surgery to go into, but not having it, I knew I wouldn't be here within a year because I was not only losing my ability to move and becoming paralyzed, there was at least one night that I recall that I lost the ability to breathe independently on my own, and my BiPAP
mm,
had to breathe for me, and I had to lie there and not stress and let go of the anxiety and let the machine do the work and trust in the machine. So that was not a fun night. I don't remember sleeping that night, but we knew that that could become a possibility. So we did go for the surgery. The doctor who did perform the surgery felt that I would survive it, but there would be a chance that I wake up intubated and or needing a feeding tube. And I'm on feeding tube liquid as a supplement, but I don't have a feeding tube right now.
mm,
So those were all real things. However, I kind of told the doctors who told me no for taking me on as a patient that they didn't know me very well and that I was too stubborn to not survive. So
That's
that
on period. It's
that,
too stubborn. No,
that,
I'm coming back. So
that was literally my response was, you don't know me. I am too stubborn to not survive. And I don't care what my chart looks like. It's wrong.
I so love that. I am too stubborn not to survive.
And I know that's not a medical reason to approve a surgery. Just like my doctor who ordered my IV Vivgart for my treatment for myasthenia gravis. He said, "Okay, I approve this. You're smart enough to self administer." I'm like, "Thank you, I love you, but I don't think that's what the insurance looks
Right.
like." So it's a unique journey with me. You never know what you're going to get. So there's ups and downs. I like to say it's like a roller coaster. I actually gave a Toastmaster speech on my familial support, community support, and life living with these chronic illnesses. It's ups and
Hmm.
downs, twists and turns, and you never know what's going to happen next.
You never know what's going to happen. And I appreciate your positive attitude with it, because you just never know. And
No,
that's a beautiful thing. Oh, where can they find you? Like, I feel like I need to know where you are.
I will. But before I share that, I want to share something else.
Yes,
This,
ma'am.
this is Disability Pride Month. I didn't know if you knew that. Is
Did
disability
not, but thank you for telling me.
and there's a flag that goes with it. So I actually had things on my store for my nonprofit, but I wanted to just tell people what the colors meant. So they're in the Disability Flag Month flag calendar. There's black on the bottom and black on the top, and then it's on angle. Here's my cognitive challenges. It's on an angle.
Yeah, yeah.
And each stripe represents different things. So red is physical disabilities, gold is neurodivergent, white is invisible, undiagnosed, blue is psychiatric disabilities, green is sensory disabilities, black background is mourning the lives of lost due to neglect, violence, or suicide. And I just wanted to share that first because,
That's
and I do
good.
have a couple things that I made last year. I made a flag, a design on my Procreate, but I ended up being too sick to post them. So this year I decided to post them. But I can be found on our website. We also at victorious.org, and we also created a community circle app so that people can come in. We're doing weekly things for creative arts. We're doing a writing circle. We're doing a mindfulness and sound bath sessions. We're doing adaptive yoga. We plan on starting a mini workshop on self advocacy and planning and communicating with our medical teams. So we are doing quite a few things there as well. And then for the yoga program, I connected last year with NMD Pharma. They are a pharmaceutical company that researches neuromuscular diseases. And with them, and they were great because I'm on their patient advisory team. I reached out to their program director, and they have sponsored and supported and working collaborative with me to develop a yoga program for people with neuromuscular conditions. So I teach yoga seated in my wheelchair. She teaches it standing, and we teach adaptations for people to show them how to find something that works for them. I also have done it in the bed too, so I'll be making videos of it lying
Yeah.
down as well. And it is a real part of the process of healing. And so I can be found there. And then, of course, I'm on Instagram and LinkedIn as well.
I love that. Miss Hippie, I'm gonna answer your question in a second. Um, Gabe, could you put her information? Thank you. That's so dope. Like all that you do because we need it. We definitely need it. And everyone has their own ways of art and expressing themselves. And I love that you have so many different avenues for people to express. I think that's super dope. Everybody connect with Deborah. Okay, please. Forward rolling. I love that on all the platforms and her website, Victoria. Oh, come on with a K. Victorious.org and www.breathe move thrive.
Yes.
Breathe. Okay, cool. All the words be jumbled, and I just be like, what?
I know. I was trying to figure out a way to make it to
I
go.
know it's hard because it's a website. I got you though. Everyone, please connect with Miss Deborah on all the platforms: Facebook, Instagram, IG, boom, boom, and boom, and boom, at Forward Rolling. And then holla at her on her website, www.victorious with a K,
I
add the
like
K in
it.
there, .org, and www.breathe, move, and what are we doing? Thriving.org. Miss Deborah, thank you so much for gracing the stage. I appreciate it. I don't
Thank you
take it
so much.
lightly. But before we go, we got to have a before you go question. Gabe, what's the question? Because I'm nervous. If you could.
Okay, so
Katie,
I have two animals in my house. I have a rescue cat and a rescue dog, and my rescue dog is my service dog, and they're both totally pampered. So I'm gonna say,
which one are you going to say?
um, I'm gonna say my service dog because my cat is stuck at home all the time. I mean, he's very friendly and he loves being around us, but my service dog gets to go out and greet and see people and be with me all day long. I think he's kind of got it good,
I
but
got you.
I think
I
I'm gonna
feel
say
that.
because he's very happy, very content, and loves to
Boom.
go out. So yeah,
Okay, I got you with that. I think my animal would be a giraffe because they really tall and they can see everything. And I'm
now
kind of, I'm tall, but I'm not like that tall.
I did have to say the first thing that popped into my mind was zebra, not because I want to be a zebra, but because zebra represents the rare disease community and
I
represents
got you.
Ehlers-Danlos.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. For sure. Well, we got zebra for an alternative, and then we got the service dog for sure. Thank you again so much, Miss Deborah, for gracing the stage. I appreciate it. Um, you're we family now. You stuck with me.
Awesome. But I wanted to go back to the question Magdalena asked you because we do a lot of creative arts with our Victoria Circle. We like to highlight disabled artists. So we wanted to hear about the art behind you.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I seen it and then it slipped my mind. Is that art behind me what I did? Yes. All the art, let me see if I can put it up. Okay. So, all the art I did except for that one with the earmuffs and then that one. But all the and that one. My little sister did that one. But yes, all the art I did myself. Wait a minute. Why is this? Why is it? Oh, okay, there we go. All the art I did myself. I and like kind of creative, but not like too much, but a little bit. But yes, all
Awesome.
that is mine, and so I just decided to put it all up. It's all over that way too. Like my whole entire wall is all the
Amazing.
paintings that I've done.
That's amazing.
Thank
You'll have
you.
you will have to join us for our crafting circle that we do on Mondays. We
Yes,
bring
because
in
I am definitely a creative for sure.
a lot of people with disabilities are, and that's one of the reasons why we created that circle is that we want to have a space for people to create positively alongside one each other, but also we're starting when we're setting up our store, we're setting up spaces for people to sell their work as disabled artists, right? Because so few people are recognized for their work. So I just want to commend you on your work. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you, Miss Hippie. I appreciate that too. Thank y'all. You just made my whole entire day. Like, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Gay's gonna put you in the back,
Sounds
but don't log off though, please. We're gonna end the show and I appreciate you. Love you, girl.
love you too.
I told y'all my guess was dope. And still got hope. Oh, 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 I mean, I just don't even know. Ugh. She was just dope. Like, thank you. Duh. I knew she was gonna be dope, and we just raised the bar. Thank you, Miss Deborah, for gracing the stage. I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. So much. Like I appreciate it. She was super fly, and that's on period. All right, so church announcements. If you have a disability and or medical condition, or you know someone that has a disability and or medical condition, and you want them to be a guest on the show, holla at me. Let me know what's up. As you can see, my guests are top tier. So if you want to be a part of the top tier crew, oh, that's a good one. If you want to be a part of the top tier crew, let me holla at you, bars. Here's the disclaimer. Do not hit me up if you have a paper cut, if you ran into the wall, if you stubbed your toe. What that got to do with me? Go get you some lotion. Go get you some calamine lotion. Go get you some Neosporin. Turn on the light and handle your business. Because as you can see, we do real life stuff over here. Don't be coming over here talking. I don't want to let you down, but don't be coming over here with some lightweight stuff. Now, don't you do it. I'm warning you because you don't want to get a hard no. So if you or you know someone that wants to be a guest on the show, let me know. Bars again. Domo, you are killing. You've been killing the game the whole show. Like, you are really a rapper. That's crazy to me. All right, so also next Tuesday we're live. 7 p.m. Thank you, Gabe. Gabe. You was on it. I'm gonna give you a raise, extra 10 cents. Cause as soon as I said it, you was on your button, okay? That's why you my guy. That's why. Look at you, work husband, doing your duck this on Neptune. Okay. Next Tuesday, we're live. 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. Eastern. In there. Like what? Swimwear. All right, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I gotta go because I was told that let me tell you before I before I go. I love little kids, especially little girls. They have my heart. And charisma. Hear me clearly. Charisma. I was told that your daughter Harmony wants my earrings, so she said after the show, take them off. I said, okay. She saw these and she said, I don't care about those. I want the ones that on your ears. And then not only that, she took a perfume of mine too. She said, I'll take that. Thank you. Okay. Mind you, I think she on like 4. She don't tell me what to do. I'ma listen. But even in that event, I gotta go because she needs my earrings. She got daycare tomorrow. So I'm making her outfit not complete. I love y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Okay. I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't take it lightly. I'm gonna say it every episode because y'all don't have to. Y'all don't have to at all. Ever. But thank y'all for tuning in. All right, Gabe. You already know what to do. Don't log off though. But Gabe, I gotta take these earrings off. Get me out of here. Wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. At Wendy's, you can still get a 4 for 4. But wait, there's more. At Wendy's, you can still get a 4 for 4. Oh my gosh. Wow, I done broke the record. That was amazing.